Everyone. Welcome to my beautiful hearts. Welcome to another episode of Graffitied Hearts. I am your MC Winter, and this is my wonderful, beautiful cast of characters. We have the wonderful Shanae as Jen the Vampire, the ravishing Joe as Rosalind the Queen, the remarkable Shadane as Robin the Fae, and the amazing Abby Marie Carter as Alice the Mortal, and hopefully we will have our Mana Junkie along as Val the Ghoul. So, last time on Graffitied Hearts, Rosalind had enough of feeling powerless against the forces that buffeted, went to the woods to perform the same rite that her father had so many years ago, drawing the attention of infernal forces, a creature that appeared in her mother's skin, and brokered a deal for power. Subsequently, headed off to one of her clique's house, Becca's. Simultaneously, Robin was seeking clues and leads into Rhys's disappearance. And the clues led her back to the Midnight Mirage and dear Auntie Mirage herself. Val had been gone into their darkest self at the disappearance of Rhys and other violent forces. Ended up killing Bryce, the late greaser, and disappeared into the night to sate her growing hunger. And finally, Alice awoke from her concussion, in a new mindset, we'll say. One that has caused strife between Alice and her girlfriend Rosalind. And finally, as Robin confronted Auntie Mirage, she came to know that there is a new investor in the Mirage, one Jen Valentine, whose influence and money is seeping in like deep roots to the community. And that's where we will start this evening. As we left off, Auntie Mirage was defending herself against Robin's accusations, with Jen nearby. You're muted, by the way.
Hi.
Hi.
So, Auntie, when were you planning on telling me exactly?
Well, what was there to tell, dear?
You asked me to go out and get you a benefactor. And I thought you would have trusted me enough to have done so.
But you have, darling.
I asked for Des to get their father involved did not ask us to invite vampires into our home.
Vampires, werewolves, they're all the same.
You know very well that that is not true.
Well, one tends to be a little messier when they eat.
One tends to be more trustworthy.
Oh, and us Fae folk are so trustworthy.
We keep our promises. That is true.
There is a lot to teach you, darling.
It seems like there's a lot that you've forgotten on tea.
I have forgotten nothing. Maybe I choose to be blissfully misremembering.
I think you're making a horrible choice.
If only you saw the bigger picture.
Then enlighten me. What picture is so grand and spectacular that has eluded me?
That is for you to find out. Or it is not your business. Isn't that right, Jen?
Of course it is. Though I do believe a conversation with Robin is necessary at some point in the near future.
Why would that be?
Speak with me tomorrow and find out.
Again, with these games. Can anyone just give me a straight fucking answer?
You will get your straight answer tomorrow.
Why not now?
Do you know who you deal with? I mean, you are Fae.
If I meant you ill will, I would have brought significantly more attention to that. I mean you no harm. Only a conversation. And if you decide you want nothing to do with me,
It's
If
Valentine's.
you
You are protection.
go ahead.
Protection from what?
Hopefully, you'll never have to know.
Is someone after you, Auntie? Someone after us? Auntie?
Ooh, my favorite
Let's hope
song.
it doesn't come to that.
You know, don't you?
I am only aware of what I have been told to do.
And what have you been told to do?
Protect the Mirage. Protect your aunt. And anybody who is close family, which extends to you.
What are we being protected from exactly?
I have given you all the information that I have. Is simply offer protection. I know when to not ask questions. I was told to protect. I am protecting.
You have no idea what you're defending us against, do you?
Neither do you.
Yeah, I don't. I'll admit that. I don't know what you're defending us against. But if
I would
was going
rather-
to be defending someone, I would like to know what the hell I'm trying to protect them from.
I would rather us work together on this. I am just as much in the dark. I have been told exactly what I need to know, which is protect the establishment. And protect you. Do not make my job harder than it needs to be, Robin.
Quite frankly, the only thing that seems like I need protection from right now is here. I don't know what's going on, and no one's telling me, and my friend is missing, and it all comes back to here. I came here to get my aunt back, but now I'm seeing why they...
Then let's go somewhere else. Then let's go somewhere else. You don't feel safe here? It is my job to protect you. Let's go somewhere that you feel safe.
The falls.
I will make you no promises. You will extend no bargains. This is trust, and trust alone.
How do I even know how to trust you? I just fucking met you.
You don't know that you can't.
Fine. I'll hear you out.
Name the time and place.
The lake at the witching hour tomorrow.
Noted. Breathe. Fix your glamour. There are a lot more people who will ask a lot more questions than me. And, ooh. I can help you if you would like.
What?
Glamour cracks when you're emotional?
Does?
It's one of the first things that we learn is how to properly mask. Emotions can be seen as weakness. I've been around a long time.
Not to counter to everything I've ever learned.
Sit down. Trust and trust alone.
Robin looks at the seat. Their thumb grazes the jacket that they're wearing. Just thumbs over the spots of elixir that's spilled on it. Their mind goes to Rhys and wonder what he would do in a situation. He trusts his instincts. For some reason, Robin is not afraid of Jen. So she takes a seat.
There's two ways we can do this. Okay? Close your eyes. And just breathe. Picture your emotions like water. And pull in the tide.
If you will, Robin, give me a keep your cool.
Will do.
As you do, what are you most afraid of in this moment?
Robin's most afraid of having no one that they can trust. It's cold, right? To keep your cool?
Yes, it is.
7.
Okay. extending trust to this stranger, to a vampire, while they put on a good face. You're very familiar, and as you have expressed, that there's few instances where trust in a vampire has led to good situations. Taking or putting that trust in Jen is a risky move. Is it the right thing to do? Maybe. Maybe not. Does it give you time to assess the situation more clearly? Absolutely.
As Robin exhales, Jen would see as the light blue opalescent feathering marks on her face begin to recede thread by thread. It's not entirely gone, but only reduced to the thin stems that the feathering sprouts from. They open their eyes.
Better. I told you I mean you no harm.
Okay.
You said your friend was missing.
I did. Do you know anything?
Only been in town for a few days. But I can put out some feelers, I believe is the turn of phrase. Modern vernacular escapes me.
There are a lot of people that are relying on him, not just me.
The
Need to
lake,
find him.
witching hour. I'll be there. Control your tides. Better than you think you are. And Jen will stand up and they will leave.
Robin, watching Jen go, looks over the balcony of where they're sitting at the strobing, multicolored lights, the air filled with multicolored clouds and music. A place that they previously felt like a sanctuary where they could be themselves seems entirely foreign to them.
The bodies of the patrons create dancing silhouettes in all of that light and cloud. The music that once washed over the place, making you feel alive and excited, now feels discordant and abrasive. Your auntie proceeds to head out into the dance floor and to resume her usual party persona. But occasionally, she steals a glance up at you, and you just know that the smile she has plastered on has cracks in it.
As her gaze meets mine, my stomach turns. Getting out of here. And Robin's going to make their way out of the Midnight Mirage.
As you head down from the VIP area, you run almost smack into Gracie.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry.
Gracie. Yeah, Grace.
Yeah,
Grace.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're Rosalind's sister. You fucked Mason. What are you doing here?
I was seeing someone.
Are you here with Mason?
Oh, no, he hasn't been around for a while. I heard that he got kind of beat up.
Yeah, deservingly so. Listen, I know we don't know each other all that much, but take it from someone who had to find out the hard way. This place is bad news. Go home.
Oh, this is the only place that I've felt like I can be myself. Like, back home, there's so much expectation, and my dad is just overprotective. And my sister, don't get me started. And I know that neither of them would approve of what I like to do here. But I can't be myself with them. But I can here.
All right. This place, this club, this mirage, who you are here will always remain a dream unless you take the steps to make your waking life something you can enjoy.
It's a dream I'm happy to live, at least until I can. But I don't know when that's going to be.
Does your sister know how this place makes you feel?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Does your sister know how this place makes you feel?
No. I don't think she's ever even taken the time to ask. I mean, the last time I was here, she kind of like rubs her arms. Last time I was here, she threw a fit. So, yeah, I don't think that's a conversation we're gonna have anytime soon. unless something changes drastically.
Of course. Well, stay safe then.
You too. And I don't know you very well. I think we met, one other time?
Yeah, I've seen you around school too, but like I've seen everyone around school.
Yeah. But you can always find me here, I guess.
What's your number?
Oh, yeah, sure. And she'll pass it on.
Right. How about you and I be our best selves with each other? Have any plans for the weekend?
Oh, well, now that the carnival is over, I don't have that to do anymore, so I guess just hang around. You know, I have only a few friends. Might hang out with them this weekend. How about you?
Well, my schedule's completely open. I can join you.
Sure. Yeah, I think that would be okay.
All right.
Do you want me to text you the details?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Maybe me and my friend Melody might go out to the movies or something if you want to go.
Sounds like a date.
Wonderful. All right. Well, make it home safe.
You
Wherever
too.
home is.
I'm trying to figure that out too. Don't worry about that. I didn't say that.
Okay. Well,
I'll see you around.
again, you can text me if you need me.
Of course. Goodbye, Racy.
Bye. Bye, Robin. All right. Let's head over to Rosalind. You had been heading to Becca's house, if I remember correctly.
Yep. Heading right on over there.
The apartment building that she lives in. She doesn't live as high up as some of your other friends. But her family's well connected. Enough to provide a good living. You head up to the door, and the doorman opens the door and lets you through. And you kind of buzz into her floor. Head up. Knock on the door in this hallway of sparse doors. In the more crowded apartment buildings, they're going to be closer together, but this one, they're much larger apartments. And the door opens, and Becca's mom is there. Woman in her near 50s, kind of a bob cut. Oh, hello, Rosalind.
Hey, is Bex home?
Yes, she is, and I really think she could use a friend right now.
What happened?
It turns out that her boyfriend, Rhys, was mauled by an animal.
Shoot. That is... Yep, okay. Where is she?
She's in her room. I'm really, this is kind of serendipitous.
Yeah. Definitely.
Please.
Yeah,
Can I-
and she's
can I
gonna
get you
come
a-
inside. Do you have her favorite treats or anything? I can order stuff really fast if you want.
I can send Jeremy to get some ice cream for you.
That would be great.
Very well.
And I'm just gonna go gently knock on her door.
Mhm. You can hear the soft sobs from behind it. I've talked enough, Mom. I don't want. Just leave me alone.
Bex, it's me.
You hear it kind of short scramble, and then the door opens, and Becca just like throws her arms around you, crying into your shoulder.
Hey, I'm so sorry. I didn't know, and I was just coming over to see if you wanted to hang out, and your mom told me, and I'm so sorry, Bex.
They said an animal killed him.
It sounds like we need to talk to the park ranger about making sure that the borders for the park are a lot more reinforced. Seems animals are getting out.
This is random.
Yeah. Was it... Where was he?
Somebody stole his car, and when he went looking for it, that's where they got him.
Okay. Where did they find him?
In a parking lot by the warehouse.
Huh. And she's just gonna like stroke her hair and like she's tall. Rosalind's taller than her by I think a head at this point. So she's got her head on top of hers and she's just like, okay, trying to like calculate what's happening, but also somewhat feeling sorry. I'm sorry. I know you guys were off and on and off and.
I mean, we got our problems, but we didn't deserve that.
No one does. No one deserves to be ripped apart by an animal for no reason. Bex, have I ever told you that you make me feel like a better person?
Really? What do you mean?
I know I don't gush compliments very often. You mean a lot to me. And you make me see things differently. And I'm really thankful for that.
You mean a lot to me too. I know we haven't always been the perfect of friends, but it's really meant something to me.
What do you need right now from me? I mean, I have your mom ordering us ice cream. and I need to go check on some things later. So I can't stay all night, but I could probably come back later.
Well, I don't know. I guess just some. Can you watch our favorite movie with me?
Yeah. We can do that.
Okay, please.
Uh-huh. Do you want to make a pillow fort?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We'll make a pillow fort. It'll be fine.
And take you into her bedroom. It's you feel like you've walked into a 1950s film. She's got lots of pastels and posters for like older famous actors and actresses. And, she's got plenty of pillows and stuffed animals and
I'll make sure she's like all comfy cozy, and we'll hang out and watch that movie together. I'll probably text the other girls too, as if they probably already don't know, but I'll just hop in the group chat and be like, hey, some unfortunate thing happened to Bryce. I am with Bex right now. If you guys want to come over, I'm sure she wouldn't mind the company. And then see what they say after that.
okay. You all receive this text, except for, say, maybe Jen. Because Jen hasn't been added to the group yet.
Oh, not these people. My girls.
Oh, your girls.
Not
Okay,
these
never mind.
people.
Yeah, those random people.
Not these plebeians. My goodness.
For the sake of fairness, Jen was going to also text Des and say we need to have a conversation.
Well,
Did
Des
Des
was
leave?
at the club with you, so
Oh, right. Yeah. No, I'm going to talk to.
Yeah. I was like, Des is with
Wonderful.
you.
in fact, Des's phone bings and she looks at it. I guess it's all hands on deck for Bex.
Moment before you go. And Jen would have sent Des away to like go get a drink or something while Jen was talking to Robin.
Mhm.
Moment before you go. I've heard that Roz's heart is already spoken for. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
What do you want to know?
You have a name?
Only a first name?
Anything you have about her would be helpful.
You can see the hesitation, and she glances at her phone, and you know that it's because of her connection to Rosalind, and maybe some loyalty has built up on that end.
Interesting.
What's interesting?
Are you growing attached, Des?
No, of course not.
Then a name.
What do I get?
My thanks. And maybe a favor.
She'll flip through her smartphone and show it to you, including a picture and the first name, Alice. And
What do you know about her? Ooh, taking that.
She's a nobody.
I figured.
Some poor family down in the slums.
Anything about where she fills her time?
Yeah. The Secret Knowledge Library.
Thank you, Des. And Jen is going to run their fingers just down Dez's neck. I'll be sure to return the favor. Go on. Go help your friend.
Yes. Of course. And she climbs out of the car and heads over to her room. She spares a glance back even as you take off. We'll get in the car and head over to Bex. Simultaneously, Rosalind, you will also get a text from Sarah that she's on her way. She'll be right there. And she's bringing popcorn and a few drinks.
Magical. Around what time is it right now?
Oh, it's getting really late. Like we're pushing past midnight into like 1 a.m.
When was the last time I heard from Alice?
About, let's see, you talked to her before the ritual?
Yeah.
So, about hour and a half, 2.
I'm gonna step out of Bex's room once the girls get there. And just go to the bathroom and try to call her and see if she picks up.
Okay. Then that will lead us on over to Alice. Alice, you had kind of been told by Rosalind to go visit your friend, Miss Florence, who lives at the Sacred Knowledge Library, has a room, kind of an apartment attached to it. Used to be like the rectory of the old church. Yeah, so you arrive at this Gothic giant building.
I will walk up to where I know Miss Florence lives, like the door to her apartment, because I've been there before. And I'll walk straight up to the door, and I'll immediately start knocking rapidly. And if there's a doorbell, I'll ring that, and also be going like knock, 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 ding dong as I do that.
There's like one of those little mailboxes that's kind of been nailed onto the wall next to the door, and it's last name Florence, and a whole bunch of stickers, fading stickers of books and other literature-based iconography. And it's almost like bouncing, like the lid of it is bouncing just like from your knocking and insistence. It's dark inside when you start, and about 10 seconds or so into your knocking, the light comes on inside, and you see someone moving behind the kind of frosted glass. And finally the door opens, and Miss Florence kind of peers weakly out into the dark to see who's beating down her door. Her graying locks kind of pulled up for the night. Alice?
Hi, Miss Florence. Yes, it's me. Did I wake you? I'm sorry. I lost track of time a little bit.
Yes.
Forgot it got so late.
Well, are you all right, dear?
I'm fine. How are you?
You don't sound fine.
I would also like to note that the back of Alice's head is clearly kind of matted from where she got hit, and there was blood. So that's something that Miss Florence might note.
Sure. Alice, darling, are you hurt? Please come in and have a seat.
I'll walk right in and kind of plop down in whatever seat she directs me to. And I'll sit down and I'll just, I had the strangest dream today about lots of different things. People were there. It was weird. It was very strange. Rose was there, and then that person that she's engaged to was there, and Rose's sister was there, and then I woke up and I felt better, and so I left.
Wow, that sounds like quite the dream, darling. Please, sit here on the ottoman. I will be right back. And she hurries off and comes back with a wet washcloth that she begins to run through your hair. And sure enough, as it comes away, it's coming away with blood, dry-ish blood. Alice.
Yes?
What happened?
What happened when?
What happened to your head, darling?
My head? There's something wrong with my head. Oh. And so I'll look at some of the blood that is now probably in my hand. I'm like, that's not so good, is it?
No, you should have been taken to the hospital.
I can't go to the hospital.
Vehicle, or else I'd take you.
I can't go to the hospital. She's there.
Right.
No hospital.
I'm sure there's a clinic somewhere. Let me see if I can find something.
I feel fine.
Very well. Tell me about this dream.
Well, and I'll start swaying slightly as I talk. There were lots of people there, and I didn't really talk to all of them. I only really talked to Rose and Jen and Rose's sister, Gracie, because when I went to go see Rose, I met Gracie, and Gracie told me to run. And see, I don't really know why Gracie told me to run, because I don't really know Gracie. And so I don't really know why she would tell me to run, especially away from Rose.
Have you spent much time with this Gracie?
Dinner's ready.
No, I think I've only met her the one time, actually. But she had these marks on her arms.
Do you know what they're from?
Well, Gracie told me that they're from Rose.
So perhaps you share an experience with Gracie.
Maybe. But see, what I don't understand is that Rose would never hurt me. No, actually, that's not true. Because she doesn't really talk to me anymore or come see me anymore because she has Jen. And Jen can give her lots of things that I can't because I don't have anything to give Rose.
Now, aside from the broken head, it sounds like young love has injured you in another way.
But like I said, I'm fine. I feel fine.
You don't seem fine. And it is something that people tend to just put out there. I wonder though, maybe there is a salve for this type of wound. If nothing else, maybe some sutures, some closure.
Maybe, but I don't know what that would be because Rose doesn't want to talk to me. I try calling and she won't pick up, or I try and go see her and she doesn't want me there. She just takes me home and she keeps claiming that she wants to protect me and she wants to keep me safe. But you know where it's not safe? Home. Why does everybody keep trying to take me home? They know it's not safe there. It's strange. Very, very strange. I don't really understand people. You know what does make sense? Books. Books make sense. People don't make sense.
Books had long been my friends. And perhaps that's why I have failed you. I live my life by the story. And I certainly did not take measures to help you reach a better ending. Perhaps that should change now. How about I make us some food? I'm going to take care of that head wound there. And then, if you will, trust me with your phone.
I trust you. I think you might be the only one I do trust. I do trust you.
I will put a call through to help you move on and heal. Hopefully,
Okay.
get you that happy ever after.
Ooh, happy ever after would be very, very nice. Okay. I'll fish up my phone from my pocket and I'll hand it to her immediately. I'll start kind of swaying back and forth the whole time I'm talking and twirling my hair a bit and just kind of, losing my kind of thought and staring off into space as well as I'm talking to her.
She takes everything slowly, making sure to take care of your wound, getting you something to eat and drink, letting you ramble when you need to, engaging with you as you talk about stories and other things. And as she, about after an hour or so, she goes to pick up your phone, and it rings. Oh. Rose, I believe that would be your beloved.
Why is she calling?
Let's find out, shall we? Let's turn
Okay.
that page. And she'll engage the call. This is Miss Florence. Alice is
God. Oh, thank God. You have her. She's okay.
Okay is a loose term. To be more specific, she's injured and hurt.
Okay, I knew something was wrong. She doesn't sound right. She called me earlier and it sounded wrong, and I told her to go see you. I just... Okay, I'm comforting a friend whose boyfriend apparently got mauled by an animal, but they know that I need to come check on her. Is she... You guys you live at the library. What am I talking about? Okay, are you okay if I come over and talk to her?
Of course. Do take care of your friend. And that sounds like a great tragedy.
He was a piece of shit, but yes. Yes.
I am not one to judge, but I will judge by action. And, well, so far, the care that you have shown to Alice is, well, been pretty dismal.
Miss Florence, you only see one side of the story.
Then make me see the other.
I don't think you would like what you see.
Perhaps, but that is not for me to judge yet.
Okay. Does she need anything? Do I need to pick anything up?
Alice, dear, do you need anything?
Tea. We should have tea. Do you
I have
any tea?
plenty of tea. I have plenty of tea.
Okay, then no, I don't need anything. We should have a tea party.
We are going into the looking glass, it seems. So, no, Rosalind, we will not need anything except you.
You don't need anything for her injuries?
I have a first aid kit. I'd like to be prepared.
How bad is it?
It's mostly just leftover from, I'm assuming, last night. But as far as her heart, well, that remains to be seen.
Okay, I'm on my way. I'll be there as fast as I can. Just tell her I'm coming.
Very well. We will see you soon.
Okay.
Click. All right. While Rosalind comforts Bex, at least for a little bit longer, before heading over to the library, Robin, where are you going?
Robin walks through downtown, not really entirely certain of where they're planning on going. Definitely not going to be going home. Not right now. It's not feel the way it did before.
In this particular neighborhood, there are a lot of entertainment venues and bars. So it's crowded. There's lots of locals and tourists alike vying to get into the clubs, stumbling out of bars. There's shouts and hoots and hollers, and laughter, and it is chaos that maybe one's comforted, but is overwhelming in this moment.
Normally, Robin would enjoy these moments, looking at the various people, the connections that bound them to one another. But as they do, it just reminds them of how alone they feel.
You spot a interesting looking gentleman. Kind of portly, wears thin, round glasses, wears a top hat. Definitely seems out of place among the other finely dressed or those dressed for parties. He is standing at a corner near a bar talking to some others. He gives a doff of the hat as you approach near. Whether or not you decide to engage, that's up to you.
You seem pretty overdressed, and that's coming from me.
I have my fashions. He kind of puts his thumbs under a set of suspenders that have clockwork pins up and down them.
Respectable. What are you doing this evening?
Oh, I was watching magic.
Magic?
Yes. My good friend here likes to perform every so often. And I do love illusion. I love the sleight of hand.
Well, friend, can you show me any tricks you have?
The taller gentleman next to him kind of gives a slight bow, and as he comes back up, produces a flower that he hands to you, and as it touches your hand, the red petals turn a bright pink and fan out.
I admit, I'm impressed.
Jacko here is a splendiferous magician, and I love watching his shows.
Well, Jacko, and you find interest, gentlemen?
Jekyll, please.
Jekyll.
Yes, I run the Velvet Room just around the corner, next to the Starlight.
Oh, I didn't quite catch the name of the establishment.
The Velvet Room.
The Velvet Room?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, as the comic shop, and game shop, and magic shop, whatever your desires.
A lot of hats.
I do. And he lifts his top hat to have like another smaller top hat under it. And he puts it
Well, Jacko, it has been. You've brightened up my evening.
It's always wonderful to put a smile on my face. If you are interested in such things, comics or what have you, please do stop by the Velvet Room. We have plenty in stock, and one that will be sure to bring a smile to your beautiful face.
You're too kind.
And who knows, maybe you'll find more people to make you smile.
I certainly hope so.
Until
I'll
then,
let you two get back to your evening.
adieu, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
Adieu, adieu.
And with that, Robin, with a lighter expression about them, continues down the road, takes a sniff of the flower.
Very good.
As they settle into the denim jacket over their shoulders, they head towards the Y.
It is even more dark than when you saw it earlier. Yes, there are still a few sentries. Huddled around a glowing screen of a phone, watching some videos or other. But otherwise, the place is quiet.
I go over to a group that I can suss out as Ursa's. Hey, have any of you spoke with Mason recently?
Yeah. He's inside.
Is he free right now?
Pretty sure he's sleeping, man. But yes.
Go in and check for myself.
Sure. Free countryman.
Head on in.
There are Ursas and other misplaced people scattered about the Y, sleeping on couches, chairs, sometimes just in a sleeping bag. There is a volunteer at the receptionist desk who's reading a book. And you have to step over a few people to head toward the back in the locker rooms. Head into one of the rooms set apart for like small group activities, where Mason has been kind of set up recovery. The room is dark when you approach.
Mason, you awake? I don't know. It's late.
Who was it? Robin?
Yes, you remember me. Oh God, how impressive.
Turns on like a side lamp. What do you want?
Do you know?
You know what?
About Rhys?
What about Rhys?
Robin steps inside and kind of, if there's a door to close, closes it.
There is.
And sits next to Mason.
What's going on, man?
He's gone. I don't know where, but he's...
What do you mean gone? Like dead? Did somebody do fucking greasers get him?
I don't know all the details, and I really don't want to recount it all tonight. Not right now.
You gotta tell me, is he fucking dead or what?
He's not dead. At least I don't think he's dead. I don't know
Are
where
they,
he...
taking him hostage or something? Like, you can't just barge in the middle of the night just to drop this shit in my bed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know where else to go or who else to tell. I don't have anyone right now, Mason, and I'm coming to you because I need someone. Can you please not be a dickhead for 5 minutes?
Give me a hot.
$13.
All right. Look, I'm sorry. I'm a fucking asshole when I wake up, especially in the middle of the night. But
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's alright. Today's been ridiculous.
Sounds like it. What? I mean, what do you need? I can get some of my guys. We can go looking for him
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah. For tonight, could you just hold me?
Yeah. And he just kind of gathers you up and awkwardly slides you into his lap.
Robin leans into him.
And he kind of gently rocks you.
Robin closes her eyes. Just enjoys his embrace.
He, again, awkwardly, shyly, kisses your forehead.
Robin looks up, meeting his gaze, and leans in for a kiss.
He hesitates for only a moment. Just all the things that he said and done between you two kind of flitting before your eyes, or his eyes. But eventually he just kind of blinks them away leans in and kisses you.
Robin, having felt adrift since finding Rhys's jacket for the first time in hours, feels as if they're standing on solid ground.
Mason, lingering on the kiss, gently cradles your head and guides you down to the bed, where he continues to cuddle with you, and should it be desired, more as well.
Robin accepts his terms.
It is a night of reunion, and gentle touches and kisses, caresses, and soft pleasure. I believe that would trigger your scheme.
Robin looks to Mason, their eyes meeting. How much do you want to leave?
I promise.
And with that, tears welling up, Robin holds him in front of the kiss.
Which he meets with graceful enthusiasm. Sealing it, there's a bit of a tingle, magical tingle, as the promise is bonded. And that's where we'll end that particular scene. Rosalind, you arrive at the library.
I am running from my car and just like knocking on the door.
It opens fairly immediately as Miss Lawrence had heard the car pull up.
Where is she?
She's inside. First, take a breath.
This is all my fault.
Well, I think there's fault can be applied liberally in both directions, but I think a healthy portion rests in your actions. If you wish to make it right, my study is on the left down this hall. If you will please wait there, I will get down this.
Yeah. Thanks.
She'll step aside and let you head in.
Yeah.
In turn, she'll go to Alice. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
Well, Rosalind is here.
Oh, she is? Oh, she is.
Yeah. Yes, darling.
Yes, I'm ready. I can talk to her.
Well, I'm just outside if you need any.
Thank you.
She's in my study, so please.
I'll grab her wrist just before she goes and just... One more question. Do you know why a raven's like a writing desk? I can't figure it out. And then I'll walk off to the study to meet Rosalind.
They both have feathers. It's black, isn't it?
The instant Alice walks in, you're just gonna see Roz pacing back and forth.
I'll be following you with my eyes. Just... You sure are walking a lot.
Oh my god. And she's gonna run over and just take you in her arms.
I'm gonna stiffen up and just... Okay, we're hugging now. And then slowly
sorry.
wrap her arms around you as well.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have sent you home.
That's what you always do.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place, okay? If I don't send you home, they come and find you, and if I do send you home, they're there. I can't take you with me because my dad...
Your dad's bad. Your dad's very, very bad. I don't
Yes.
like your dad.
Neither do I. Alice, I'm not always a good person. I think that's pretty clear. It's a very rare occasion to which I'm a good person. But everything I've done has been in order to try to fix things. And the more that I try to fix things, the worse it gets. Because it makes you feel isolated, and I don't want that for you. I don't want to be with Jen.
But Jen can give you so much. You told me that in
I
my
don't.
dream. And Jen told me that in my dream. You don't want me.
That was
I don't
just
have
a
anything
dream.
to offer.
No. That was just a dream. I would never say that to you.
But you don't really talk to me, and sometimes you lie to me. That's not a very nice thing to do.
No, it's not. And I would like to not have to lie to you. I'd like to not have to lie to a lot of people.
You lied to me about telling your friends that we're still together after everything that happened with Jen, because they definitely didn't know and thought we'd broken up.
To be fair, I do surround myself with some not so great, brilliant people. So, namely, you know what? Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna make excuses. I'm not gonna make excuses anymore. I'm sorry. I want to figure this out. I want to. There has to be a way to get you to a safe place that doesn't. Okay.
I left, and I don't plan to go back.
Are you gonna stay here?
I haven't thought that far. Maybe. I wonder if Miss Florence would let me.
I'm sure
so
she
nice.
would. She would. If not, I can find you an apartment. Not on that side of town, not near your parents, somewhere where they can't find you. I can figure that out. I have money, I have resources, I have that kind of power. I can get you safe somewhere. And I can at least live with you as much as I can without my dad finding out. It'll be a little dicey for a while, but I can do it.
I'm gonna start slowly backing away from you to the other side of the study and shaking my head and going, no, you're lying again. You don't do those things for me. Not anymore. And then my hand is gonna go to my wrist to play with the charm bracelet, and I'll realize it's not on my wrist anymore.
You have no reason to believe me. That is the third or fourth time I've said that in the last 24 hours. What can I do to fix this?
Why do you want to fix this? You don't care about me. You have
I love
Jen.
you. And I have been shit at showing it. I've never loved anybody else before. And I didn't get to watch what love looks like because my mom has been gone for a very long time. I want to protect you from your fucking parents and mine.
You kept sending me back to them. Every time I came to visit you, and immediately you took me home. That's what you always do. You always send me home to the it's not safe there. It's a not safe place.
I know.
You're lying.
I'm not lying
Why
now.
lie? Always lying. Everyone always lies. The only thing that doesn't lie is the books.
And Rosalind's just gonna sink to the floor onto her knees. And just kind of like stare at you. I will give up whatever I need to. I will be the person that you need me to be if you just give me one last chance. Please.
What if you're lying again?
Then you can kill me yourself, okay?
Kill you?
I don't know. You can do whatever you want to me, okay? I don't care.
Are you gonna hurt me?
Why would I do that?
In the dream, Gracie told me that you hurt her. And when I saw you not in the dream, Gracie told me to run. And she had things on her arms, and I know those things. It's happened to me before.
There's something you don't know about me. And even I don't quite know. But there are times when I don't remember anymore what I do. And, I've hurt Gracie before. And I don't have any memory of it, but, she's told me. And it's only happened a couple of times that I have been told. It's not a frequent thing. It has to do with something my dad did, and when that happens, I don't have control.
So you could hurt me. Like my
I don't
parents hurt me.
I don't think you could ever do anything to make me want to hurt you. I can't show you what I am without putting you at risk.
Can you tell me? You keep an awful lot of secrets from me, Rose.
Can you come sit with me?
I'll hesitate, but slowly I'll make my way over and sit just in front of you.
When I was 13, my dad sacrificed me.
Sacrifice?
Yep.
I don't understand.
I am very much alive.
Well, yeah, we're all alive, silly. Well, not all of us. Val isn't alive.
No, that was
I
not alive.
think.
No.
I don't really know.
That's
That
a bit
really
of a
confuses me.
gray line right there, you know? He sacrificed me, and he also killed my mom. There is a price with that, and I live with it every single day.
What's the price?
I haven't actually seen the extent of what I am, but I just call it my dark shadow. It's terrifying.
It's a monster.
I'm a monster.
You're a monster.
Yeah. You see why I don't want to talk to you about it?
Yeah, but you still hid it from me for a long time.
You are the only one aside from my father and my dead mother who know what I am. I don't trust this with anyone else.
This doesn't excuse the things you've done.
I know. I'm not asking it to. It explains it, it doesn't excuse it. I understand that.
It doesn't seem like you do. I feel like you want me to forgive you and give you a second chance. You always want me to give you a second chance. That's more than the 2 chances. I've given you so many chances.
I know.
Maybe you really are a monster.
Is there nothing I can say right now to fix this? Nothing I can do.
You didn't want me before. Why should I wait around for suddenly when you decide that I'm good enough to see you now?
That's not how this works. We started seeing each other, and you knew the risk. I knew the risk. And we've had to tiptoe and hide and I don't want to do that anymore. I mean, I have to hide you from your parents because they're going to find numerous ways to do stupid shit. And part of what I was going to do was try to figure out a way to stop them. But I can't right now because I have to do something awful in order to make that go away. And I don't have the guts to do it yet.
Maybe the monster could.
I don't want to bring that out. And I don't think you want me to either.
I'm just trying to understand what's going on. You say one thing and then you do another all the time. How am I supposed to trust that? How am I supposed to trust you? You don't care about me. You only care about yourself.
This is breaking my heart. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I've never had to do this before. I don't want to lose you. I can't. I don't want to.
As you say that, I'm gonna kind of fall silent and just watch you for a bit as I realize how much I've hurt you and how much I'm breaking your heart. And I'm gonna come out of my darkest self and gently cup your face and just, I shouldn't have said those things. I'm sorry.
You sound better. What happened? Is it your head? Is your head? Are you bleeding again? And I'm just gonna like look at her and like hold her face and kind of like look very concerned, all still while sobbing.
I'm okay. I'm fine. I feel awake. I don't really know how to explain it. I don't really know what's been going on. But I hurt you, and I'm so sorry.
I deserved it. I did. It's okay.
Rose, don't.
It is. No, it's fine. I deserved it. I've been a shit girlfriend.
Yeah, you haven't been great. But, I mean, neither have I. I mean, I think the biggest example is the shit I've just pulled here. I'm sorry. And I want this to work so badly, but I'm scared because there's Jen, and I don't know what that means for us.
I don't either. It all leads back to my dad, and he's not going to let this go. So I'm trying to figure out a way to make it go away.
This shouldn't have to be all on you. And I'm gently gonna cup your face and rest my forehead against yours and say, you're taking on too much, Rose. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know how we fix things or how we deal with your dad or with Jen or my parents. I don't know how we'll deal with the monster that's inside of you. But I do know that for right now, we're with each other. And I just want to enjoy this moment with you.
As soon as she finishes talking, I am going to tilt my head back up, look at her, and lean in to kiss her, if she'll let me.
I'll immediately return the kiss and deepen it pretty immediately as well. And I'll wrap my arms around you.
Rosalind's definitely going to get into that.
I'm not going to require a roll on this because you both seem consenting and throwing yourselves at each other. So you come together for this passionate kiss that grows more and more intense as you hold it. We're going to pause that scene very briefly. Jump over to Jen. Jen, you've just received this
Yes.
information. What are you doing with it?
I have. Is it safe to assume that Rebecca is used to late nights?
Yes.
I'm going to call Rebecca. As I'm in the car, driving to meet her. And I wait for her to answer.
Next Valentine.
Rebecca,
What can I do?
I'm assuming you're still at the office?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. I'm sending you a name, a photo, and a phone number. Can you get me a file of who this person is within the next 10 minutes? I should be there shortly.
You will have it before you park.
I always liked you.
It is my pleasure. Next Valentine.
And I am going to drive.
Sure. Sure enough, due to good to her word, by the time that you pull into the underground garage, the last thing that your phone gets before it hits the dead zone in the garage is a whole, file on Alice Pierce.
Wonderful.
James and Louise.
Hmm.
Mother is a nurse at
Hmm.
Crescent City General.
Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and park because I know that the valet is likely off. They're used to a day job. And I'm going to head up to Master's office for a moment.
Rebecca is there. Was everything in order, Miss Valentine?
You did everything perfectly. Is he in his office?
Yes. And he is expecting you.
Perfect. I'm assuming that Rebecca provided him with a copy as well, information being his domain.
Of course.
I will walk right in. And where is he at the moment?
He's at his desk. It's a huge, like, handcrafted wooden desk. Something that you know he's had for millennia.
Unsurprising.
He is kind of lounging in his office chair, just staring at the screen. Curious. Is this
The supposed...
Hmm.
Yes.
Can't say I'm impressed.
I never understand what draws people into the mundane.
What do you...
Do I still have... You promised access to your resources, yes? Is that still on the table?
Of course.
Exactly as I said. 2 men and discretion.
Very good. He,
Keep our names out of it. Make it look an accident.
he slides a piece of paper across the desk to you. Call that number, and you will be talking to the individuals, the contractors that you can use how you see fit.
Thank you, Master. And I look forward to dinner on Sunday.
Our usual?
Nothing less.
Very good. It'll be a nice change of pace from the campaign trail.
Chess is ever time consuming. We both need a break.
That we do. That we do.
And it looks like things may get a little easier for us.
That is one thing that I've always loved about you, my child. It is always removing the obstacles in your way.
I wonder what Roz will do with her new free time.
Hopefully, that'll be devoted to you.
I'll do my best. I'm sure Franklin will help.
He ought to, considering how much he owes us.
Always a bargainer.
Anything else?
And... No. Thank you, Master. And, Jen will turn and leave the office. And there's likely some smaller office within the same floor that Jen uses from time to time. And they're gonna go in, shut the door, and make a call.
Yes.
I have a file for you. I assume that you are used to Mr. Zhao's regular rate.
It is a deal already struck.
Perfect. Consider this a part of his tab, and I'm going to send them the file on Alice.
And what is the desired result?
Death.
You will hear from us once the job is done.
Thank you for your discretion.
Click.
And as soon as the call disconnects, Jen deletes Alice's file from their phone.
Okay. Always covering tracks, of course.
Always covering tracks. And I'm gonna go home, sleep very well tonight.
Very good. Then we turn our attention back to Rosalind and Alice.
There comes a point during this time when Rosalind is just lost in it. And just kind of stops thinking altogether. And just is very, very much like obsessed with Alice in the moment.
Alice is also very lost in it, and she'll be really handsy and running her hands all over Rosalind and definitely getting a tad vocal and just for once not really thinking about or caring about what's going on outside of the moment that she's having with Rose.
Which I would assume triggers both of our sex moves.
Yes, it does. There is this melding of forms. You know, what started as a kiss grows into more hands searching more and more frantically, clothes slowly coming apart in key areas. It is intimate, and there's this quiet passion and a need to connect coming from both of you. And the release, however that comes, whether through the pleasure or just the connection, the emotional catharsis, it triggers something in both of you. For you, Alice, it's a need to be close to, a need to be around Rosalind that deepens even more than it ever was. You feel connected and bonded to her will. Rosalind, the emotional connection to Alice unlocks something. You feel something clawing its way to the surface.
I'm assuming at some point we're like spooning and she is the little spoon and I am behind her. And we're just like laying on a rug or something. And I am going to start biting her neck.
Rose, what are you doing? I kind of tickles, but
You will hear zero response, other than possibly a very low growl.
as it gets more intense, the biting, I will kind of pull away a bit and just, Rose, stop! Or I don't. Sorry, that it's too much for me. I'm sorry.
She is going to, with the MC's permission, if I need to roll for this, I will hold her with an iron grip with both arms.
Give me a lash out physically.
Okay.
Volatile.
Volatile? That is a 10.
With ease. Alice, you are pinned.
I'm gonna start squirming, trying really hard to get away. Clearly getting scared now. Rose, what are you doing? Stop! Rose, stop!
If Alice is looking at Rose at this point, like if I've got her turned around and we're looking at each other, she's going to see this darkness just start growing across her face. And just inking across. Coming down her cheeks, and like her mouth is just like there's blood coming out of her mouth. Because she has started tearing into her a little bit.
Rose, I don't understand what's going on. Rose, this isn't you. It's the monster. Rose, it's not you. But I know you're still in there. Rose, please.
I've always wanted to know what you taste like. And she's just gonna keep biting into her, she like as much as she can around her neck and around her shoulders.
I'm gonna continue trying to get away as hard as I can.
The bites are painful and they cut. Maybe not tearing flesh yet, but definitely feels that way.
I'm gonna start crying out and nearly screaming for Rose to stop, for help, for whatever is happening to end. Just frantically going, stop! Stop! I don't want it anymore! Stop!
There is a knocking at the door as Miss Florence calls into the room. Alice, are you okay? Rosalind?
My hand is going over her mouth.
You hear the door try, but it is locked.
I'm gonna continue fighting, trying everything I can, screaming behind Rosalind's hand to try and get any type of leeway. I will start scratching, and anything I can move, I will start like slamming it essentially against Rosalind to try and get away. Yeah.
You called me a monster. That's what you're getting. What's worse is I can't stop until it's over. So you just have to lie here. Because I'm very hungry. And she doesn't let me out very often. She's just gonna slightly take her hand off for a second to see if she'll stop screaming.
I don't immediately.
Immediately puts it back up.
And the door's rattling harder as Miss Florence is trying to get in, but something holds the door closed. Something invisible.
And before Roz takes a detrimental bite out of Alice's neck, she's just going to whisper in her ear. My father might have made me this. This succubus, if you will. But I fucking love it. And she's just gonna rip into her neck if she can.
There is a spray, a gout of blood as Rosalind's teeth come down that are sharper than before. Claws that dig into your sides, Alice, raking and leaving bloody trails behind them. You feel the pain flash through your senses, overwhelming. And as that flash fades, so does the world. Begins to dim as your lifeblood begins to pour out. Rosalind's hand moves momentarily as she is distracted in the engorging. What are your final words?
I'll have tears streaming down my face and choke out, Rose. And then I will pass out and not wake up.
I think at that point, that's when I fall right out of my darkest self. And I just see her in front of me.
She is pale as she becomes more desiccated.
No. Fuck. And she's just gonna get up and throw open the door and start to yell for Florence, but Florence is right there, so she's gonna yell at her.
As you jump up to head toward the door, there's a brief moment where a shadow blocks your path. And the shadowy image of your mother smiles and says, "Sacrifice accepted," before it vanishes and the door flies open with Miss Florence rushing in.
Save her.
What have you done?
Save her.
And she's gonna drop and attempt to CPR, holding pressure on the wound. It's a frantic and desperate ploy to save Alice's life.
I'll call 911 as I am standing in the hallway. And just say, There's been an accident at the library. She's bleeding out really bad. Can you please just send somebody to... It's really bad. It's so bad. There's blood everywhere. I can't let her die. I can't.
And it is in that chaos, that dramatic scene, that we pan out and fade to black. And that is episode 7.
God damn it, Winter!
So
Did you just throw a die?
Nice! No idea where it is now.
Save it for the after show.
we are going to roll into an after show, but for our current watchers, we are going to confirm that we are saying goodbye to Abby Marie Carter and Alice for the time being. Abby is going back to school very soon, finishing up the last semester of college, which so much, best of luck and best wishes go with you. So, Alice will be here in the future, potentially. So,
maybe as a ghoul, or a ghost, or a holler. Who knows?
Got plenty of options.
So many options.
But for now, we are going to bid you a good night. We're going to hop over into our after show, which will be available on demand once we finish recording it and put it onto YouTube. And I will make sure I get that out to all of you wonderful people. Thank you again for watching and sticking with us. This has been a very intense episode, and I love it. And hope you will be back again with us next week. Please have a great night, and we'll see you next time on Graffitied Hearts.
Bye-bye.